Hi, Cheryl here. Would you believe we're on the 7th out of the 8th video series already? And I hope you're starting to feel a lot more confident in your shoulders. You know, philosophically speaking, some of my teachers refer to shoulders as the wings of the heart. When you think about all that you express with your arms, you hug, you create, you work, you really do express your heart with your hands and your arms. And when we start to feel, well, not appreciated, when we've had hurt, disappointment, grief, sometimes we start not spreading our wings in quite the same way. Maybe we're a little bit afraid to reach out or try something new because we have those old hurts. It's inevitable in our human journey. So our wings can get a little bit clipped. We don't express our hearts in quite the same way. So today I'm going to get a little bit more philosophical in our language as we start to explore what it's like to use our arms and our shoulders to express what's in our hearts. We're going to start with a little bit of wing-like movement. So you can either do this seated from a chair or standing, your choice. And I would invite you to bring your arms forward, elbows together, palms together, as best as you can. And as you inhale, open up the wings. And exhale, bring the wings back, folding them around you. So if you feel this movement on your upper back, the shoulder blades, you can kind of feel the wrapping and then the spreading. And sometimes I'll imagine I'm like an eagle, flying confidently and powerfully through the air, or a hawk, or an owl, a bird with a wide, beautiful, powerful wingspan. Yeah. Let's do this for one more time. So really feeling that movement of the shoulder blades like wings, the wings of the heart. Good. And then releasing your arms, taking a moment to process how that feels. Know that this can be done seated in a chair. So if you're tired today or you've got some other stuff going on here, don't let that hold you back from doing your rehab. So we do have a pose in yoga called eagle pose. We don't need to do the full pose today, but we can look at what it would feel like to do the arms of eagle pose. And this is the way I like to approach it. I like to inhale and really spread the wings wide, take up a lot of space. And then as you exhale, give yourself a nice deep hug. Let's say the right arm's on the bottom to start. Let's take a moment to wiggle the fingers around to the shoulder blades, feeling those wings. They're really kind of folded deeply into your back right now. The arms are folded at the tops of your breasts for us girls. Take a nice deep breath and notice the movement in your rib cage. And that might be where you want to stay with this, because there's this real umbrella-like movement in your rib cage here. Now there may be a possibility of releasing the hands and bringing the backs of the hands together, or hooking a thumb and forefinger, or even double wrapping with palms coming together. Where you go with that is irrelevant. I just want to see if it's possible to bring your forearms together now. Keeping the knees slightly bent and pointing straight forward, inhale here. And as you exhale, twist a little bit to the left. Just a tiny rotation. Inhale back to center and twist a little bit to the right. Be very conscientious that you're not pushing yourself into too deep of a movement. Again, knees slightly bent, pointing straight forward, and we're twisting on the exhales. You'll notice this exaggerates the space between the shoulder blades as you go to one side. Don't overdo it. Inhale, spread your wings nice and wide, and exhale, float them back to your sides. So be at ease. Take a breath, inhale and exhale. And then inhale again, spread your wings. This time we'll exhale, wrapping ourselves in a nice deep hug, left arm on the bottom. And you may choose to stay here. It can feel really quite comforting when you've had a rough day to give yourself a hug. You can also treat yourself to a few deep breaths. Really drink in that fresh oxygen. Feel that rib cage expand in all directions. like an umbrella. Your choice, you can release the hands, come into eagle arms, and bend your knees a little bit. They point straight forward. Inhale in the center position, exhale. Inhale in the center position, and exhale. Taking a couple more breaths to each side. Remember not to overdo it. You know, really less is more. I think we're discovering that as we get older and wiser. Burning the candle at both ends and running like crazy has led us to a shoulder injury. So I'm feeling more reflective. Inhale, spread your wings, and exhale, float them back down. Easing into a comfortable stand for just a breath in and out. Then I'd like to revisit a movement that we did in our last video. We used warrior one legs. So from where you're standing, step back with your right leg, pivot on the ball of the foot, bend into the front knee a little bit. And this can be done just standing with a nice wide base as we did in the last video. But when you take your legs asymmetrical like this, you're changing what's happening in the pelvis, hips, and spine. And we know the shoulders do not operate alone. So this is a bit more of a functional movement. The first time you do this pose or this video, you might not want to take warrior one legs. Maybe by the time you're done with this sequence, you'll say, yeah, warrior one legs are okay for me. When we're in this position, we want to see about rolling this hip forward to the front knee. So the lower back feels spacious and not overly curved or crunched. Keep both legs strong. Remember, your shoulders operate on the column of your spine and the foundation of your pelvis. That rests on the strength of your legs. It's all connected. So as you press equally into your right and left foot here, strong legs, not wobbly, then you're really giving your shoulders confidence. Then you have the confidence to get out there and try something new, even though you're a little scared or it's hurt sometime in the past. When you're ready, we're going to take the arms and we're going to inhale up and exhale, release. So it's big circles, big circles. Think about your wings. Think about the mobilization of your shoulder blades. Think about how you're really going to get out there and show your heart to the world, because your confidence is really building as you go through this series. I've reversed the direction of the circles now. Still inhaling as I pull my arms wide, exhaling as they come together. Good. Stretching the joints, expanding. Good. And after about 3 breaths in each direction, we can stand together with our feet again. We're getting deeper and deeper into mobilizing the body. When we've had an injury, shoulder, for example, sometimes we're like, I can't move. I'm going to hurt it some more. Well, we've been gaining confidence. We've been working on mobilizing. Now it's time to get out there and really show the world what you're made out of. Coming into warrior one legs on the other side. Remember, your legs really are important here. Even though we're talking about shoulders in this series, they can't do it alone. They maybe tried, and that's why they ended up injured. The expression of your heart relies on a strong, grounded foundation. So feel that through your legs, like they're drilling into the ground like fence posts, confident. And then when you're ready, inhaling and exhaling. Sometimes I think of a Hollywood director. I see the vision. So it's okay to let your imagination kind of run wild. Be creative in your practice, because that's where our hearts are, right? When we're most creative, that's when our hearts are really on our sleeve. Reverse the direction of the circles. Still inhaling as your arms expand. And then come to stand. Just feet together, arms resting at your sides. Take a breath in or two. Good. I have one more thing to share with you in this Wings of the Heart series. Again, to kind of really strengthen the upper back area so that we feel like we can really expand the chest and really show our heart, radiate from our heart. Again, this is a stance that we did earlier, Warrior Two stance. If you find bringing your legs into this position uncomfortable for whatever reason, just take a wide stance with your feet parallel. I'm going to take off my socks so they don't slip all over the hardwood floor, because I want to feel real grounded in my feet and in my legs. Okay, so I'm taking a bold stance. I'm aligning my sacrum and shoulder blades to the wall behind me. A little bit different this time because I want a wall behind me for this one. Externally rotating in the right leg, bending the knee. So like I said before, if you find that this is a difficult position for your lower body, don't worry about it. Take a parallel foot position. Lifting the arms up, palms facing forward. Notice the hands are a little higher than the shoulders. Oh dear, sorry. So there's a downward angle here. This is a lovely bell, but I didn't mean to ring it. So I want to take this position with my Warrior Two, pressing my body into the wall. So I feel my sacrum, my buttocks, my shoulder blades into the wall, the backs of my hands into the wall, and I'm going to press into the wall. Inhale here, puffing out the chest a little bit, and then you get exhale, you can relax that. So it's not a whole lot of movement, but I can feel the whole back of my spine, my shoulders engaging as I inhale and open the chest. One more time. And then release. I don't know about for you, but for me, I just feel that builds so much confidence in standing up, being warrior brave, getting out there and living my best life, showing the world what my heart is really about. Let's go to the other side. We're almost there. This has been a very active practice today. Try not to ring the bell again. And then as you inhale, press the arms back against the wall, puff out the chest a bit. You're still keeping your body aligned to the wall. Exhale, relax. So I'm not bowing my body away from the wall. I'm staying really firm in my body, building a lot of strength and confidence. One more time. Good. And then, as I always suggest for you, please take some time to rest. 2 to 3 minutes minimum, longer if you have it. It's an essential step in this rehab program that your body have a chance to complete the sensations that it wants to share with your brain. And your brain has a chance to file all those sensations and realize that the activation of these muscles is actually the way it remembers moving when you were younger or stronger or prior to your injury. Have a great week. We've got one more week to go. Can't wait to show it to you.